This is a puzzle platformer, but you beat the same level twice. First as white during the day, then as black at night, where gravity, light, and the whole meaning of the level completely changes. Seems simple on paper, right? But it can get pretty hectic. The game is built around two cubes. As white, your job is to prepare the level by pressing buttons and moving the environment, and just doing a good enough job so that black can survive the aftermath. Yeah, survive is the key word here. Wait, hold that thought. How did we even get here? Hey, I'm Artem. I'm a third-year software student at the University of Sydney. I've been playing games for basically my whole life, and over the past couple of years, I've been trying my hand at actually making them as well. So one day in late May, I'm just scrolling through my emails and my uni's hosting a game jam? Right after exams? I don't know if I'll have the motivation for this. But the opportunity is just far too good to pass up. I mean, the winners get a fully paid for trip to PAX in Melbourne? Whoa. So here I am on the day with my group, and the theme was revealed to be Flip the Script. Pretty creative game jam theme. This could go a whole lot of directions. My brain immediately thinks of 2D platformers to keep the scope in control. Something like Mario, but I just can't think of how we could flip the script. And then we get the idea. What if we did two passes of the same level? What if you did the same level twice, but in a completely different way? And then we start cooking. Flip the player, flip between night and day, flip between safety and danger. Yeah, I think we got enough flips in. We tinker up some levels, trying to keep the scope as low and simple as possible, since as the main dev and programmer, I was terrified of scope creep. And I also wanted to have fun doing this, and not ruin my sleep schedule for the next couple of days. So we settled on some simple behavior. White buttons move things around the map, black buttons flip the black cube, and black has to stay out of the light. Here's some of the first work that was done for the game, laying the ground for what was to come next. With that, we got straight to work on the first prototype. Once we got that done, added in some quick transitions, lighting and shadows, and the game was already looking not half bad, at least for the first day. Yeah, I'm off to bed now. The main goal with developing Selenophobia wasn't just to make a generic puzzle platformer for a game jam. The levels aren't meant to be obstacle courses or intentionally rage-baiting mechanics. The main things I have in mind when designing is that white shouldn't just be trying to finish the level, but rather think ahead and prepare the level for black. For instance, yeah sure, you can just run straight through this and boom, white's done with its part, but now what? Another core design philosophy that I've been keeping at the top of my head is to make the levels look pretty. Think symmetry, clean layouts, visual balance, and just things that catch the eye before you even start the level. I mean, who doesn't love something that's just visually appealing? It just scratches the right part of your brain. Almost every single level first started off from my iPad, looking something like this, and then it eventually gets tweaked into something beautiful and playable like this. Since I have some experience with Godot, I was trying to set up modular systems so my life becomes a whole lot easier when it comes to actually making the levels. And lo and behold, here we are. Just drag them in, change some values, change some settings, and boom, level. The game finally felt less like a prototype, and more like something I could actually build real levels with. Meanwhile, Eden's here absolutely cooking with the audio. I mean, just listen to this. Not to mention the effort that went in from them for being completely new to Godot, as well as making some of the coolest levels the game has so far. Huge shout out to Eden. Having been in group projects together before, just made the collaboration easier. A bit. By the time submissions rolled around, we had 10 fully fledged out polished levels, and from what we'd heard from the playtesters so far, our odds seemed pretty hopeful. Submission deadline was at Friday 9 AM, And around 10 PM on Thursday night, I had the bright idea to challenge myself to get a timer into the game. I mean, who doesn't love the extra edge of competition, am I right? Now, you might be expecting me to blab on about how I regretted some last minute changes or whatever, but nope. Pushed and exported to the main build before 1 AM. Here we have a working, albeit slightly hard-coded, run timer. I'm tired now, submitting and going to bed. Once submissions closed, we were told we get to showcase our game at the awards night on campus next week, so naturally our job wasn't over yet. Back to work we go. Over the next week, I added a level select, more UI elements, some quality of life fixes, and a whole lot more polish. The biggest updates, however, were the improved, and not hard-coded this time, speedrun timers. The game now tracks your world-specific runs, full game runs, as well as your individual level personal bests, so you can always try and beat your own records. I also added automatic progress saving, a few more levels, and fixed a couple, interesting exploits. With that, our first update was ready the night before the awards ceremony. Unfortunately, we didn't win the grand prize, which was definitely a bit of a bummer, but I still want to take the moment to thank Dr. Carlos and the team for organizing the event, because it was really fun regardless. We did, however, end up coming 6th out of 40 submissions, and I was told a judge from Square Enix gave us a 90? Love you, Square Enix. I'll be buying whatever game you guys launch next. But honestly, the best part was the showcase afterwards. Our little corner was constantly busy, and seeing so many people get excited to play something that we created just warmed my heart right up. People were laughing, getting stuck, asking questions, replaying levels, and a few even told me that they'd love to see the game get published. I remember someone saying it was, and I quote, addictingly frustrating, which is probably one of the best compliments you can receive as a dev. I was honestly ready to just scrap this and throw it into the pile with the rest of my unfinished projects, but seeing so many people genuinely enjoying the game just gave me that burst of motivation to keep going. With the release of this video, version 1.2 is live on itch, with World 1 fully completed, a couple of additional quality of life changes, and a small teaser of what's coming next. My plan is to spend some time now working on World 2, with new mechanics and a bunch of new levels that are hopefully cooler than anything we've created so far. If things go to plan, I'm hoping to have it up for you guys by the end of the month. If you guys made it this far and are keen on seeing where this goes, or you've already played the game and you're here to support it, it would mean the world if you like the video and subscribe. Hopefully, that would also help the algorithm bring the game to more people who might also enjoy it. Well, I guess that's about it for this devlog. Until next time then.